Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're serving some very sugar plum fairy vibes. Yeah, we did a pretty colorful look and very glittery, sparkly, pretty look using this little palette from NYX. This is part of their holiday collection. This is the Gimme Superstars color palette pressed pigments. This is in the Crystal Flex colorway. And yeah, we test this little buddy out today. We start with some pretty low expectations of this guy because its swatch is not great and I didn't think I would like the look. And then I didn't think I would enjoy this palette, and then I used it and oh my gosh, I love this look. It's so cute and so fun and a little bit different for this time of year. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know, have you used any eyeshadows from NYX lately? How do you feel about the formula? I used to hate their formula. Are they improving? Maybe? So yeah, let me know how you feel about NYX's eyeshadows and what other products from NYX do you love. I personally love their lip products and their brow products and their face primers. Those to me are their three like hero categories. The poor brand can't make a mascara to save their life. But yeah, and their cheek products, like they seem to do really well with complexion, brows, lips, everything but eyeshadow. But maybe they're improving. Maybe they're improving because I did enjoy this. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the look. So today we're going to play with this little NYX palette here. I'm trying to show it to you without horrible reflection on it. But this is called the NYX Gimme Superstars color palette. This is a little pressed pigment palette. Saw this at Walgreens and thought it was so cute. Just something about these little colors, I don't know, suckered me in. I thought it was just really pretty. I think this is part of their Christmas launch this year. And I mean, look at this. It got some duochromes in here, it looks like. The shades almost feel a little spongy. Like they might be almost, they're kind of creamy. This shade is really, really chunky right here. But the rest of them are pretty smooth, and this one's very shifty, like Gold Peach Shift, as well as this one. But they're like different textures. I don't know. I saw it at Walgreens, and I walked away, made a couple like laps around the store, basically like doing my shopping, and then I kept thinking about it the whole time I was in the store. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do some swatches first before we dive in and do a look, just because I want to see what these colors look like. So I'm going to swatch them right here. Love this bruise right there. Ignore that. That is where I slammed my arm on a door hinge. Alright, so let's start with the lightest shade and work our way up. Okay, here's the first one. That peach. That's pretty. Ooh, yeah, that's very pretty. Very, very metallic. Smooth, nice pigmentation. Looks good. Then here is the lilac shade. Pretty sheer and light, but it is a, you know, a lilac, and it is pretty. That's a pretty color. Alright, and then we have the matte, which is very silky feeling. It feels quite nice in texture. Alright. Okay pigmentation. It's very smooth feeling. Not the most pigmented thing in the world. It does build though, so that's not bad. Alright, and then this chunky duochrome here. It really does feel almost creamy, like a little bit like a Super Shock. But it's got a few colors running through it, like it's almost the same shade as this, and then it goes to a golden peach. Pretty sheer. I don't know if you can see it right here, but it's definitely more of like a topper shade. Very pretty, very pretty. When you turn it to the side, you can see that it goes almost this purple kind of plummy pink color. And then we have the deepest purple here on the end. It feels like almost cream-like, but not. Like it's definitely a powder, I believe. Oh. That is disappointing. Wow. Here's what it looks like in the pan. NYX. Come on now. And this has like some pretty like metallic. Like here it is, like where I rubbed my finger like really in it, like scrubbed around. Just stayed on my finger. That's not good. But we'll try it. It may perform better on the eye, but this is the swatches right here. Just thought it was a pretty little color story, something a little different for this time of year. Because a lot of the palettes we see are very, you know, holiday colors, and just thought these shades were nice and something a little different from my collection. I don't have a lot of palettes that look like this, and I don't know, it just captured my attention, which doesn't happen often with makeup anymore. It's for something to like be like, oh, that looks like fun. Let's get started and create a little look with this palette here. Feels weird because I'm a little bit lower than I normally am. Does it look weird on camera? It feels weird to me. Compensating for my duct tape tripod. There's so much duct tape holding this thing together at this point. I've already primed my eyes. I use my Sigma eye base because that's just a trusty primer, and I'm gonna go straight into, I think I'm just gonna take we'll take a E25 from Sigma first and see what we can do with this matte purple, if we can make a nice looking look. You'll see. I swear, if my camera looks like it's slowly going down, it's because it is. Let's try this in the crease and see how it goes on with a brush. What? Not bad. I have not set down my primer. This is just over the Sigma base as is. I wonder if these would perform well over the glitter glue from NYX. That might be the saving grace for that purple in here, that dark purple. But I want to test it out as is. That's blending out nicely though, and I think the color payoff is pretty good. It looks like it does in the pan. I thought I would want to pull in just a palette with some mattes in it just to work with, but I think this will do just fine. It's a very springtime color story, so I'm going to try to deepen it up with that purple if we can, that dark purple. I'm just kind of building up this plummy shade first. Or is this, no, it's not really plummy. It's pinky purple. That color is actually applying really well and building up nicely. And a good bit of pigmentation from it. So the matte shade is performing well. Yeah, that looks nice. There's no patchiness. Alright, cool. I'm going to take a packer brush here, and I'm going to go into that darkest purple and see what we can do. Maybe it applies better with a brush. We'll see. It looks like it's picking up on the brush fairly well. Let's see? So I'm going to start this on the outer corner and see what it does. Okay, yeah, it's applying much better with a brush. You would think a finger would be the way to go with this, but that's actually applying it fairly well. And this is a metallic shade with a little bit like some micro sparkle in it. It's not quite as deep as it is in the pan, but it's better than it did in a swatch, that is for sure. It reminds me almost of like a cream to powder type formula. Not bad, not bad. It's been so long since I've used any eyeshadows from NYX. I just was really intrigued. And I don't know what it was about this palette. It was really this purple that I was like, ooh, that's pretty. And that peachy shade next to it. I know purples tend to be a little bit notoriously hard to do, but brands have gotten where they can do purple, you know? I don't take that as an excuse anymore, because I've used some really good purples. Okay. Alright, not awful, not awful. Again, it's really, you know, not as deep and vibrant as it is in the palette though, which is what I wanted, that richness from it. I wonder if I can pack it on with a finger. No, it does nothing with a finger. That is so bizarre. And by the way, this is pressed pigments, and it says not to use these around your eye, of course. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. And let's take some of this vibrant little peach on the end here. Or not vibrant, but this pretty little peach duochrome business on the first shade. Let's pop down the inner corner. See, then that's pretty. It looks sheer, but it's a light shade, but it looks like it does in the pan, and it's pretty. That's a pretty color. Now, do I think you could do better with an indie brand? Hell yeah. Rebel Rouge Labs could take this color story and knock it out of the park, which I think they actually, in the Losing My Religion palette, have some shades very similar to this that by far outperform it. But, I mean, this is pretty for what it is. I'm not hating this. Man, that just goes to show you that swatches can be a little bit deceiving. And they really don't tell the whole story, because I can't believe how much better that performed on a brush, even though it's not, like, mind-blowing. Still, a hell of a lot better. It has 0 kick up, so I do feel like it is almost a cream to powder type formula. And there's no fallout from it either. It really does remind me of like a Natasha Denona type formula, just not as good. don't mix me up, or don't twist that up. It isn't nearly as good, but it's a similar experience, just more disappointing. But again, not the worst in the world. I've definitely used worse, especially from NYX. Okay, I'm gonna take that really pretty shade right here now and kind of put that more in the center of the lid. This is like Sugar Plum Fairy vibes, that's what this is. I'm using that same brush. Ooh, I like this shade. That has some really pretty sparkle to it. It's like chunky, but it's pretty. I think that one. It has that cream to powder kind of feel to it as well. Oh, that does really well with the finger, that one. Oh, I like that. Now this shade is pretty. Especially just popping it on with the finger. Yeah, that shade is the saving grace of this palette. And you know, I was really kind of disappointed with that purple at first, but it's growing on me and I'm kind of liking it. Maybe NYX has improved somewhat with their eyeshadows, or they might just be, you know, kind of hit or miss. But I think that's a cute look. I mean, this is a cute look if you like these kind of colors. For 10 bucks and, you know, catch a sale at Walgreens. Stuff's always on sale, or, you know, coupons, whatever. You kind of can't beat that. Which is what I used. I had a coupon. So probably, I think it was at the $7 off coupon or something. Or $5 off. So to me, yeah, that's a good deal. To pay full price, I mean, that's really pretty. That's a fun look. It's very fun. A little different for this time of year. We're going to call it Sugar Plum Fairy vibes. So I'm not mad at that. And yeah, very, like, no fallout. No kick up in the pan. Little things like that I'm kind of impressed with. Alright, I'm going to go back to my E25 and just go around this edge a little more. Blend things up and out. I like this. I think it's cute. Alright, let's try this little lilac shade right here. It'll pop down the very inner corner. Ah, cute. Very cute. Very subtle. Oh, that's really cute. This is a cute little palette. I went through some emotions here with it, but I think it might be not bad. Not bad. You're not gonna quite get that depth from this shade, but otherwise, I'm not mad at it. And I'm curious to see what this would do over maybe the glitter glue from NYX. Either way, that's cute. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I'll come back for a lower lash line and some finishing touches and final thoughts. Alright, and we're back with the skin done. I used the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum with the corresponding concealer. This is the eye cream and a concealer. These are meant to go together. I feel like they should launch this first though, because this just got like no attention and this did, and I feel like this was like the flagship product that should have launched before the concealer, or launched together. I'm curious to see if they're going to come out with like a hydro powder, kind of like the by Terry. So let's move on to the under eye real quick. I'm just going to take a little bit of this dark purple first and try to pick it up. You kind of get like a little bit, it looks like hard pan a little bit in here, but not really. I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line. Pumpkin, come here. Stop whining. She wants in the bedroom with her papa, who is feeling better today. He was pretty sick last couple days. He just has a headache today, but his sniffles are so much better. He's had some really bad allergies, I think. You know, no fever or anything like that. It's very congested. Pumpkin is just very, very much wants to be in there with him, even though she wants me to be in there too. I'm like, girl, we gotta do stuff. But every time she hears him move in there, she hears the bed make a slight noise. She goes and cries at the door because she's excited because she thinks he's getting up. Or we're gonna go in there and wake him up, which we're not gonna do, Pumpkin. We're gonna let him sleep until he feels like getting up. I'm taking that matte shade just underneath just to smooth that out, or soften that out rather. These two actually like remind me of, not quite as good, Natasha did like they had that cream to powder feel to it. The texture of these shadows remind me a lot of them. Just maybe the pigmentation's not quite as on par, but not far off. Like the more I'm using this palette, the more I'm liking it, and the more I look at this in the mirror, and like I went to the bathroom mirror, damn, this is actually really pretty. Like I am obsessed with this shade right here. That is gorgeous. I'm going to take that lilac shade now. I have been using this little old Sonia Kashuk brush so much lately. It's just that perfect little packer brush. And it is super old. Or not super old, but fairly old. It's not new. It was just a really little collection she did like a few springs ago. Anyways, taking that lilac right there. Oh, very cute. Very cute. I think you could use these shades as a pop of color with some neutrals. That would be so pretty. That really would be pretty. A little bit more like of a chic look. Like especially the sparkly shade. It'd be so pretty with just some neutral like through the crease. Alright. I think that looks really cute. Very cute. Taking a little bit of the peach. Just a kiss of that right there. Just to tie in. This has been pretty fun. I have no idea what to wear on my lips with this though. Like what kind of lipstick goes with this? I have no idea. But I like this so far. I'm just taking a clean blending brush. Just make sure everything is looking nice and blended. Dang, it's really cute. I'm so surprised. I feel like those reviews could have been better. I really did not have high hopes for this palette at all. Let's do a little like mascara. I don't feel like liner would go with this. I feel like that would just take away from it and make it just a little too much. I think just the mascara would look so pretty. And maybe some half lashes? Nah, just some mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes and pop some of that on. What mascara do I even want to use today? I think I'm going to use the Lash It All just because I'm trying to use this little guy up. I finally used up or decluttered some mascaras and I'm like really sad about it because I'm like, they're no longer in my collection even though they were like expired and hadn't used them in months. Contour, I think I'm going to use Film Star Bronze and Glow. Just like that'd be a pretty product with this look. A bit of Turks and Caicos from e.l.f. This is one of the putty blushes. I really like this shade a lot on myself. I think this nice little peach would look good with this eye look. Okay, I think that looks so cute. I really have fallen back in love with this blush. I think it's just such a pretty color. It's a little bit softer than We Know Her from Patrick Ta. It's a little bit more subdued, and I think it looks really pretty with a lot of looks. It's very just a good go-to. I have a new one here from Milani in the shade Secrets. So we'll try that and see. This is kind of a light nudie color. Yeah, I think that might be perfect. Kind of nothing color. Yeah, that'll be the color I use. Let me line my lips first with something. I think I'll just go in with Soft Spoken from NYX. Yeah, that looks nice. Very kind of nothing lip, which is a little out of my comfort zone as well. Maybe a touch of gloss over top would look nice. I'm gonna go with Moon from Maybelline in the Lifter Gloss. Just a little pit in the center of the lip. Cute. Cute, cute. I like this. I do have a couple of Rogue glitters on my face, but just one or two. Alright, and here is our look all complete. I think it looks really cute. I like it. It is quite different for something, for me, or definitely something different than what I've done in recent months with my makeup. I haven't done a lot of color lately, and this is soft. It's very Sugar Plum Fairy vibes. To me, very springy, but I like it. I think it's a really cute color story, and you know, this is not bad at all. The reviews did not do it favors. It swatches horribly, especially this shade, but with a brush, like a dense packer brush, it actually applies pretty decently on the outer corner. Not quite as rich as it is in the pan, but that's kind of the only about it. The rest of these shades performed beautifully. Beautifully. I'm very impressed with the matte. It blended so nicely. And this sparkle shade right here is phenomenal. I love this right here. I'm obsessed with that. I think I can see myself reaching into this for that pop of sparkle, or some of these shimmers maybe, with a neutral eye, just for something fun, just to dab a little bit on with a different look. Like, I mean, how fun is this sparkle? And what really impressed me is that I had zero fallout. There's no kick up in this pan whatsoever. It was very easy to use. It does honestly really remind me, it's reminiscent of Natasha Denona, of the cream to matte formulas, the cream to powder formulas, and her more like bitty duochrome type shades. It reminds me of a couple of formulas within the Metropolis palettes, put it that way. And I think, you know, this shade could obviously be a little better, but surprisingly so much better with a brush. I was shocked. That is one of those true examples of a swatch being so misleading. And yeah, for $10, I don't think this is a terrible little palette. It's cute. It's, you know, limited edition for Christmas. If this color story speaks to you, go ahead and get it. Have fun. Get it on sale though. Use some coupons, some discount codes, whatever, at Walgreens or wherever you shop. You know, if these colors speak to you, go ahead. I think it's a fun little palette. And yeah, I'm kind of impressed. I did not have high hopes. I was not expecting to love that palette or like it very much upon the initial swatching, and then seeing all the bad, you know, a 2-star review and just it not looking like it performed very well. Yeah, no, it's a cool palette. It just maybe depends what your expectations of the palette is and how you like to do eyeshadow, of course. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and playing with a new little eyeshadow palette with me and just creating a little face and just having a good time. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.